now moving on from Vijay, we have another very important yet crucial member, which is Mr. Shaurya Jaiswal. Hello, Mr. Shaurya, how are you doing today?
Hello, very well so far.
Alright, great. I have a few questions, I'm sure, which will pique our interest of the viewers. So shall we get into it?
Sure.
Sure. Alright. So Mr. Shaurya, first of all, what I would like to ask is, in spite of the sector being so competitive, why do people constantly want to enter the F&B sector yet? Your personal views, please.
Right off the bat, only two reasons come to mind. The first is that the F&B sector is a very high margin sector. If you take a glass of milk, mix it with chocolate and sugar, you can sell that for 80 to 100 rupees or more. So since it's a very high margin sector, so it's very logical that there will be more competition. I think the second reason is that it's more of an emotional reason, is that food is very close to our heart. People are very passionate about food. Everyone likes food. So that is why they want to enter the F&B industry.
Definitely.
And I think the third point would be that it's a very safe sector. So that is why people want to enter.
Okay, of course. Very intriguing answer. So, moving on to the next one, how is Pool Cafe adapting to the rapid transformation of the F&B sector? What are your views about it?
So the rapid transformations happening in the F&B sector is that that technology is disrupting it. So day by day, the sector is getting more and more intertwined with technology. And the most prominent and recent example, I think, is the rise of the food aggregators like Zomato and Swiggy. So how is Pool Cafe adapting to that? We have our own separate department within our operational department which handles these types, Zomato and Swiggy, and also we are more welcoming of these models, cloud kitchen models, QSR models, which is now more multidimensional and also possible because of this disruption of technology in the sector.
Right, great. So now that was a very great and yet very true answer, and we all know how the market in F&B is going, but thank you for highlighting that even more prominently. So moving on, since we all know that we are yet in the zone of COVID and pandemic just went past, and a lot of businesses and sectors yet failed, and businesses were in losses. So I want to know, how is Pool Cafe doing, or what strategies did Pool Cafe use for adapting and passing the entire pandemic? Tell me that.
So the pandemic was a very tough time, especially for the F&B sector. So the strategies adapted by Pool Cafe was that we've started focusing on online deliveries. So we started doing more promotional work and we focused on online deliveries. The goal was to minimize the losses, and of course after the lockdown got lifted, we took all of the measures. Our staffs were vaccinated and we made sure that social distancing was maintained. So these are the strategies that Pool Cafe adopted in order to survive the pandemic. Now thankfully the F&B sector has bounced back, and Pool Cafe Club and Hospitality is booked for the next year.
Well, that was great to know that Pool Cafe did not just survive but also won and successfully is doing great even after the pandemic. Isn't that a joy? Of course. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Shaurya, and it was great speaking to you, and thank you for your insights, of course.
Thank you.